Hello, guys. I read Rome chapter 11, 11-ish about that, and it's talking about salvation by grace and by work. Which one is it? It's still hard to understand for me personally. But one thing that I understand from the chapter is that uh, God could make law simple to follow and simple to stay in, but God chose to make the law hard to follow, uh, and there's a benefit to that, and the benefit is that everyone is a sinner, meaning that the law, because it is so hard to follow, everyone has a potential to be a sinner, even if you have been practicing, if you're being disciplined, right, specifically trying to obey the law. It doesn't make you high up and have the right to persecute the people who are not. So everyone is like have have hope, right? Because um, first of all, if you don't understand what I mean, I gotta point out that the law is real, right? I am not talking about the Torah. I'm not talking about the Tanakh. I'm talking about the law, like the country's law and everything. Um, it's beneficial, right? Because it has a purpose, it has a reason why it is made. And right, why do I connect this to that? Because it in the essence we are talking about order, right? Order from chaos, structure, sequences. That is the truth. So by the context of that, I'm going to also categorize the a country's law as the law. Okay. And even though it is not to be put in the same context, but it has, like, this particular theme applies perfectly. Look, okay, so let me repeat that again. The law is so hard, it has thousands and tens of thousands, probably millions of pages. So even if you are a lawyer, even if you are a judge, you could break the law in your life. And that means you're you're like any other person. Every guy could break the law, and therefore, by fixing themselves, by trying their best to change based on the spirit of the law, based on the purpose of why the law is there, if they everyone could improve their lives. Okay, and no one can improve the lives that is exclusively better than other people. You know what I mean? So so in essence, because of the myriad number of transgression, it is somewhat a grace, it's somewhat a salvation, that we are not supposed to persecute people, we're not supposed to kill people because we are higher than them, but uh, we are supposed to um, consider ourselves equal, and that everyone could improve, and that it is not hopeless at all. It is, if it's hopeless for a person, that means it's hopeless for everyone, and that is not the case. So that is the grace within the law. That is it is something that I understood from reading Rome chapter 11, or and some texts before. um what else can I say about this? So um so again, uh the law, like, I always want to make the law simpler so that everybody could follow it. But there's also, again, I realize there's a trap here, in a way that if the law is all perfectly doable, that would spell death sentence for someone who decided not to do it. And it is so easy to persecute that person. And I'm like, yeah, actually. But the fact that reality is complex, right? and increasing entropy and everything, and the law is getting harder and harder to follow, um, shows that the myriad number of law and how difficult it is to follow the law. There's a lot of room for improvement for all of us. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's a little bit, I'm not going to be too direct in saying it, but for everyone now, there's a lot of room for improvement. And let us not to persecute one another. And that is also the virtue of capitalism, right? You just care about yourself, you care about your own territory, and that's where you become hostile, right? When someone wants to destroy your property. Other than that, it is probably beyond your reach. And I know evil is contagious, like viruses. You gotta warn other people, hey, what you're doing is dangerous and potentially could be dangerous for me as well. Yeah, that is another case. But the, yeah, that's what I wanted to say. So that kind of makes sense. Do you think that makes sense or not? Please leave your comment in the comment section. Thank you very much. Goodbye.